Yeah, I bet it was warm. You know, the good thing it wasn't this weekend because it would have been worse.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh no.
It's one thing to be in the sun and hot, but the humidity is going to be a big problem going into the weekend. Tonight, we're keeping an eye on the clear skies, which really made for a beautiful night. Did you see those Starlink satellites pass over tonight? Posted about that earlier and talked about that at 6. Nice string of satellites. It was kind of dim, but if you're out in the country, it was much better. Coming up on Friday morning, SpaceX is going to launch another Falcon 9 at about midnight or shortly after midnight Eastern time. You're not going to see the launch, but those satellites will get deployed sometime on Friday. And then this weekend, we'll have to see if the orbit takes it over the Carolinas, because that could be another great opportunity to see those satellites. Big storms in the Midwest. We talked about those, some moving through St. Louis and down the south. The story the next couple of days, you're going to hear a lot of me talking about the dew point. And the dew point is the most accurate way to look at how much moisture is in the atmosphere for how we feel. The higher the number, the more humid it is. The lower it is, the better it feels out there. So 50s feel great and below, 60s feel humid, 70 unbearable. And we're starting to see some of the 70s show up out there right now. You can see as we go into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to see some of the hottest, or warmest, I should say, dew points that we've seen in a while. Mid 70s. That's the air you could wear. And that's going to make the heat index go sky high, because you take the combination of the air temperature and that dew point, and it makes it feel even hotter than the air temperature. Your body becomes less efficient at cooling itself down. Your body cools itself by sweating primarily. If your sweat is not evaporating, that means you're getting hotter, means you're sweating more, trying to make up for that, and you start losing water and you start overheating. So Thursday, Friday into Saturday, that's when we see a big spike, maybe up close to 100, 101. Just to show you what that's going to look like. Some of these heat indices tomorrow approach triple digits, but I really think it's going to be Friday into Saturday. You see some of these high levels. We briefly saw that over triple digits. The reason it's going to be so humid, we've got record warm water in the Atlantic, and once the flow around that high pressure clockwise begins to pump in that hot, humid air, it's going to get really sticky. But that also means the fuel for afternoon thunderstorms. So those chances will start to go back up, especially on Friday. Tomorrow, barely a storm out there, maybe a 20% chance at best. Now on Thursday, relatively dry, but Friday, late in the day, we see some pop-up storms developing in the evening. That'll be the day I think we'll see the highest risk of seeing storms, but even on Saturday, we'll see those afternoon and evening storms. Whole southern part of the country baking in this midsummer heat wave. I know it's supposed to be hot in July, but this is above average by July standards. So you don't want to see above average temperatures when it's already the hottest time of the year. That just means it's going to be extremely hot, and that means temperatures in the mid 90s. And don't forget, it's always hotter in your car. Please, 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 no pets or children left in the car at all. Just in 10 minutes, that's how hot it could get in your car. Over 110 degrees when it's in the 90s. In 30 minutes, over 130 degrees. And after an hour, it could be up to 140 degrees in those vehicles. If you're spending time outside, it's still going to be brutal. The heat indices are high, but the UV index will be off the chart as well, up there around 11. So when we look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, the temperatures look deceiving, mid 90s, but it's going to feel like 100 to 105 with those high dew points. Let's go 10 days into the future. There's no relief. Solidly low to mid 90s for the next 10 days.